Okay. We're gonna speed run this replay because I recorded it one time and I didn't have my mic on, and so now I'm going to try again. Okay. So this is going to be faster next time. Last recording was 18 minutes. Let's try doing this in like 5 to 10. All right. So Marto, first things first. All right. So if you're going to go for first blood, you probably
30
need to
seconds
get
to
lucent beam
battle.
so you can guarantee that last hit. To get the first blood over other greedy teammates, myself included, who are going to try to go for it.
Look how they flee before
Lunar
us.
Blessing is good
This
if,
one's
I
in the
mean,
bag.
arguably if you're a support, so
The
that you can
battle
get
begins.
better night vision if you're standing out in front of your team and trying to break the initial smoke. But um, almost always, Lucent Beam is the better level 1 ability for Luna. Okay. Alright, so, second thing. As soon as you see this bristleback, the minute you see him in your lane, if you didn't bring a magic wand to your lane, then you've already lost. You've already lost your lane. Okay. So your next goal, okay. How do we do this? So your next gold, right? In 60 gold, like 2 last hits, maybe even one, depending on how long it's going to take you to get the first one. You bring a magic wand to your lane. What you do instead is that you wait like 6 minutes and you die the moment that you get the wand, so it is useless. So like this bristleback's going to be spamming quills, this silencer is going to be spamming spells, and you're just going to die. The other thing is
Dota 2 is a fundamental.
so one thing I will point Iron. So Iron was asking me for a replay analysis when I was playing Spectre, and he asked me how do I support. So this one's to Iron. You have to unblock this. You must unblock this creep because y'all are going to end up losing the lane. The creeps are going to end up over here, and y'all are going to be standing around with nothing to do because you don't have any creeps to go to. You don't have a pull. Okay, so this needs to be unblocked. So I recommend for all supports, and I know most of our Discord are support players. When you come out the gate, when you come out of the fountain, you should have 2 sentries and 1 ward. Okay, so I think at the beginning of the game, there's 4 sentries to purchase, um, maybe 3. But at any rate, it's important that the position 5 buy 2 of those to block their camp, and then unblock yours and the potential that they do. Okay, so when the minute hits and you don't see creeps here, you immediately recognize, okay, they blocked my camp. If you didn't bring a sentry to lane, you should be buying one now. Okay, so that's all for Iron. So the creep wave is going to pull, of course, because they have the strong camp here, because it was not blocked. So you would either body block that lane and wait. I like to body block it if the support isn't being aggressive. And when he realizes, oh, okay, this is blocked, maybe I can bait the sentry out. That way I can place the sentry and deny theirs. That's what I tend to do as a position 5, if possible.
First blood.
Okay. And so here's where I tell Marto you need to learn how to aggro these creeps. Okay. You're not as a carry, you cannot afford to just stand there and like watch him last hit. Okay. You need to get on him, right click him, pull. Like you don't even have to like actually do the attack animation. What you're doing is like spamming right click S S S, right click S, right click S, right click S to get those creeps to pull toward you so you can actually hit them safely. And now you're going to take a lot of damage because you don't have a magic wand. Okay. And so now you're standing here watching the bristleback increase in net worth because and just hit for free because you don't know you appear like watching this replay, you appear like you don't know what you should be doing. Okay. So magic stick first. Also, when you're queuing up your stuff, looks like you bring first your band of elven skin and your wraith band. So you probably get the band of elven skin because you want damage to last hit, which is also not correct. You want to be leveling up your. I take that back. It's not that it's not correct. It's fine that you're leveling your lunar blessing. You don't need your elven skin first, okay? You need your gloves of haste first. The reason why you need your gloves of haste first is because you're going to lose this lane and you need to be able to jungle with your moon glaives, okay? So that's another thing determining if you're winning or losing the lane. So in your levels, you would prioritize your moon glaives and lunar blessing you can take Lucent Beam once you establish that you've lost the lane. Lucent Beam's also for last hitting the range creep. That's something that I don't think I said when at the beginning of the match. Okay, so look at where the creeps are because he hasn't unblocked this camp. So like it's very dangerous to try to even last hit. So that's why you have to aggro them toward you so you can try to get those last hits. And they're going to continue to chase you because they see that you don't have a magic stick. They're like, oh, he doesn't have a magic stick. So we're just going to abuse him, alright? And so Iron is going to feed you tangos to no avail. See, you got that close, you need to pull the creeps toward you if you can. And so, yeah, so y'all are spending a lot of time watching the bristleback. Essentially, you get 1,000 more networking. Alright, so here's a situation I do need to talk through, okay? So recognizing that the silencer's level 4, he's level 4. You have Lunar Blessing, which means you can see the bristleback walk up to you. He hasn't nasal gooed you up to this point, but if the silencer, so the other thing a support needs to know, 3 minutes and 6 minutes is when you need to be at the Lotus Pool, like the silencer is, okay? Because that's huge, you know, 125 health and mana. I think someone said that that translates to either 6 or 7 charges on your magic stick, okay? And it's instant, okay? So like, if you try to go in this silencer, look what happens. The silencer, you go on him, which you really shouldn't because he's level 4, he's higher than you, and you have half health. He uses it immediately, alright? And then he uses magic stick. You're not going to kill this guy. You can't kill him because he has too many resources that you didn't have, right? So he had this Lotus Pool. Look how close he gets, 78 health or something like that. Yeah. So like he had resources that you guys didn't have because Marto didn't have his magic stick. And Iron dies with his charges though. So yeah, Iron, you gotta use those. I mean, you probably realized you were dead anyway because you had too many quill sprays. Probably needed to use that magic stick before the T-Pay. Alright. For the T-Pay. Or is that how I said it? Or TP. So look, here's your magic stick. 6 minutes into the lane. Just now delivered for you before you die. And you make another mistake. What happens? No, it's not this time. So you TP back to the lane. So now you have a Band of Elven Skin, which is probably for last hitting that you can't. He unblocks a camp, rightfully so. That's something that Iron should have done, but it is what it is. Now here's where I scold Marto some more. Alright, so you got to make these last hits, bro. So you do that one successfully. You need to Lucent Beam that one. Good. Lucent Beam this one. You miss. I think you get this one. And then you proceed to miss all 3 of these. Because you're Lucent Beaming him. For no reason, I don't understand. You're not killing him. He's level 5. That's why he's under your tower, because he's confident that that you can't do anything to him, which is true. Also, okay, so that's another fundamental thing. Alright, so fundamental things about carry. Recognizing your itemization and your lane. So like, why are you over here contesting the small camp on the pool? You should be under the tower hitting the last creeps. Like, you spent like 3 minutes watching them farm and elevate in net worth, which is still on the screen, and you have an opportunity to get free last hits finally, and you go hit the bristleback. So like when you're playing carry, you can't think like a support. Alright, it's not your job to be like hitting the position 3 for real, okay, unless you absolutely know you can kill him, which you're not in any position to, okay. So you missed all those last hits here. You missed some more last hits when they were under the tower, okay. He's under the tower because he knows you were no kill threat, alright. So you got to understand that. So I ping the haste room, which he hooks because I'm trying to go for a gank, and I say that Pudge is headed top. Okay, so I say that on the mic, so we know the gank's happening. If I called Pudge missing with the haste, he's probably headed top. You should be up here somewhere. Okay, but y'all know. I end up killing the silencer, but it's too late. They blew her off. Also with your Moonglaves, you need to know at what point in the game to where you would start, instead of taking Band of Elveskin, I interrupted what I was going to say, you have your Glove of Haste, that way you can start hitting creeps up here, okay? So you take your Glove of Haste and you start jungling off the screen because your bristleback's level 6, level 5 above you, and that's how you get back in the game. Luna can farm herself back into the game, alright? So here you make a embarrassing mistake. You use your TP in the base, and now you have to do the walk of shame. All right, that cannot happen. Like there are a lot of fundamental things like last hitting, creep aggro as a carry, so you got to learn how to pull the creeps toward you so you can last hit them. You got to know what items to get as a carry because this band of Elven Skin is doing you no favors right now. You need a Glove of Haste so you can farm faster. But like, I don't even know why you're here. Okay, so like most of the people who can kill you are absent. Why are you going this way? Why? I don't understand that at all. I guess we made a call to the silencer, but that's something for us to worry about. You're the carry. You last hit. As a carry, your net worth. Look at where you are in net worth. You are in third to last. As our position 1, your priority is to last hit. That way, later on in the game, then you can kill everybody for us, but you're not going to kill anybody with 2,300 net worth. This guy having twice your net worth. It's not going to happen. Okay, not going to happen. All right. So the other thing I want to say is when you come back, you start jungling down here. Okay. So another fundamental thing you need to know as a carry is when you're reading a patch notes and they tell you that if you farm in this area, you have more hit points. So like you get plus bonus to hit points. I don't know if it's 4 plus 5, not hit points, regeneration. Plus 4 plus 5 regeneration here. It's plus 1 or 1.5 or something like that mana if you're farming down here. Okay, so as a carry, you need to establish your farming patterns and know where to be on the map. Okay, so you need to be farming up here. All right, these 3 camps, that one, this one, and that one. Okay. He has a blink dagger. He tries to go on you. It's not your fault because he has a blink dagger. That's fine. You actually survive. Iron correctly wards here so that you can see what's going on. But yeah, you need to be farming up here. Okay, you need to come make them find you. Don't be on the map where they can easily see you and just like chase after you. Okay, because the more you're running from them, the less you're actually farming. Okay, so you need to be farming to catch back up into the game. Okay. Alright, so I think that's it. Like, there's a lot of fundamental problems that happen in the game. And that's why you're behind Scourge and that's why you don't have your Morbid Mask yet. And why you're saying that you couldn't farm. Okay. So, like, I guess that's okay to be right here, but yeah, you need to be all up in here, okay? If they come and smoke and look for you up there, that's fine, alright? You don't want to be this deep. You're not strong. If you're weak, you need to be off the map. Don't be on the map on the mini map where they can see you. If you're under ward, don't worry about that. So what? Well, hold on. Did you just place a sentry? Like, why are you warding? You're in position 1. You need to communicate to your teammates. Hey, can you ward here, please? Because again, the more time you're spending not hitting creeps, the weaker you become over time. All right. You've elevated the charts a little bit. But like the top 3 net worth people are on the other team, all right? That should be you. So yeah, you should be hitting creeps, not warding, not taking like watchers and all that kind of stuff. Like if you're passing through and you're hitting this creep camp, sure. But like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with you warding and stuff like that. Okay. Later on, when you're stronger, you can start farming closer to your team, which is opens fights and that sort of thing. But as far as you're concerned, none of this is you. Okay. You're not ready to fight. You have no items. You have like support level net worth. So you're not ready to join the fight. It's up to us. You're off lane, which Seal did not have a strong start, but he's higher on the net worth than you, significantly so, by like 2,000 net worth almost. So yeah, we're allowed to fight. You're not. You should be farming. All right. So I think that's it for now. I'll catch y'all later. GG's.